Your dignity is tied to every other human being on Earth. When millions of us struggle to survive, human energy is diminished. When so many of us are still hungry, human potential is suffocated. Poverty has many forms, but no borders. To become fully human, we must free ourselves from the tyranny of poverty and from the grip of hunger everywhere. As we end poverty, true prosperity begins. As we end hunger, we all start to flourish. We have the ability, means, and capacity to create a world where all humans have dignity and our potential is fully realized. This is the story you are shaping.
Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II to address the General Assembly.
Mr. President, Secretary General, members of the General Assembly. I believe I was last here in 1957. Since then, I have traveled widely and met many leaders, ambassadors, and statesmen from around the world. I address you today as Queen of 16 United Nations member states and as head of the Commonwealth of 54 countries. The aims and values which inspire the United Nations Charter endure: to promote international peace, security and justice, to relieve and remove the blight of hunger, poverty and disease, and to protect the rights and liberties of every citizen. The achievements of the United Nations are remarkable.
I first invite the Commission to take action on Draft Resolution ECN6 2016 L3 entitled Situation of and Assistance to Palestinian Women. A recorded vote has been requested. Does any delegation wish to make a statement? I give the floor to the distinguished representative of Israel.
Mr. Chairperson, Israel is a proud member of the CSW because we share the commitment to promote the rights and welfare of women everywhere. We believe that a professional, non-political commission dedicated to gender equality and women's rights can transform the lives of women and girls everywhere. Unfortunately, the unbalanced, factually flawed, and highly politicized resolution before us today does nothing to achieve these critical goals. This resolution is nothing more than a thinly veiled attack on Israel and has no place in a professional forum like this one. Its only accomplishment will be to tarnish the professionalism and the integrity of this commission. Mr. Chairperson, this resolution before us today is not a call for action, but a call for defamation. It is not about ending discrimination against women. It is about fostering discrimination against my country, against Israel. Mr. Chairperson, year after year, this commission singles out one country and one country only for condemnation. It does not have a word to say about countries where women are treated as second-class citizens. It does not speak out when women are not permitted to drive or need the permission of their husbands to leave the house. Instead, it only criticizes Israel, a country dedicated to women's rights and a champion for empowering of women. We have always been committed to improving the lives of all women everywhere and dedicated to end violence against them. This is the part where I'm expected to ask you to vote against this resolution. I do so knowing that this call is futile. As is custom in purely political resolution, your voting instructions have already been received. In fact, for most, they were already decided even before receiving the draft resolution. Yet I call on you to vote against the resolution. But just as important, I call on you to commit yourself to work to end this charade in which every year, in order to indulge the political whim of one party, we endanger the credibility of this commission. If the empowerment of all women really is your goal, let's do that. Let's send a clear message that the CSW must remain free of politics. Thank you.
I thank the representative of Israel for his statement. So I give the floor to the Secretary of the Commission.
Delegation wishing to vote in favor of draft resolution contained in document L3, kindly press button number 2, the yes button. Delegations wishing to vote against the draft resolution, press button number 3, then no button. Delegation wishing to abstain, the abstain button.
The result of the vote is as follows. In favor, 20. Abstentions, 11. Against, 2. It's hereby adopted, right? The draft resolution is thereby adopted and thus recommended to the Economic and Social Council for final adoption.
Enjoy difference, start tolerance.